I would like to mention one example which in such different approaches of conservation has serious conflicts in recent years. The case of Tan Si Chong Shu or Chen Si Zhong Ci in 1999 to 2002. In 2003, Singaporeans wake up in November to newspaper articles to say that charge over temple changes, temple official accused of illegal changes to the monument. So what is this, right? The Chen Si Zhong Ci, or this temple, is actually a building that was constructed in the late 19th century, between 1876 and 1878. It was an ancestral temple of the Tan clan, and since it was also gazetted as a national monument in 1974. So over the years, there are different custodians of the temple, and the temple fall into a sort of disrepair. And in 1999, so these are some other pictures. In 1973, you can see that over the years, the temple have changed so much. If you look at the boundary walls, the details have been simplified, right? And then in 2000s, in 1999 onwards, the temple trustee carried a series of changes without the submission of plans to the authorities, which subsequently led to the legal court case. So, while this is the completed restoration, right? There are many changes to the building, primarily the colors of the roof tiles, changes of the ornamentation, additions to the ornamentations of the gable wall, the main hall, which is the second roof above, is elevated by at least around 1 meter, right? So there are actually very, very divergent ideas about what constitute restoration and conservation in this case. And in my opinion, is that it was actually boils down to what is the idea of merit making. To the Tans, the idea of conservation and restoration is about merit making, right? To the authorities that adopted a kind of positivist approach, this is a illegal alteration. This example is not dissimilar to the example earlier which I shown, which is the divination implement. The ideas of what exactly is our vision of conservation. So I asked the question, does the positivist approach and the region tradition of practice needs to be antagonistic? So this is a question that I've been asking, how then we approach this issue. And this problem is not just unique to Singapore. During the last, in March, in a conference in Institute of Southeast Asia Studies, Yusof Ishak Institute, delegates from Southeast Asia were widely discussing this same problem about merit making versus conservation and preservation.